Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It is I, Rebecca, and today I have some pretty cool things lined up for you guys. So today's video is going to be 25 in-depth sort of witchy video ideas for you if you're like creating a channel, or if you already have a channel but maybe you're out of ideas for witchy topics that you can talk about or do. So I wanted to share kind of the ones that I've seen that are popular, or ones that I want to do that I haven't done yet, and yeah, just kind of share those topics with you guys. So let's get into it. Idea number one is Book of Shadows videos. Those seem to do really well because people are interested in finding out all about your Book of Shadows, what you've done, or kind of like beginners Book of Shadows, like if you're just starting to do your Book of Shadows, like showing the process and creation of that. Of course, not everyone's going to want to do Book of Shadows, but if you already have one or you're interested in doing one, it's definitely interesting to record and show to people. Idea number two is doing tag videos or pagan challenges. There are quite a few. If you type in like a witchy challenge or witchy tags, there's like a list of some that have come up. If you don't know which one would be best to start with, I personally have two out right now. Number one is called the Get to Know Your Witches tag, and the second one is 15 Cosmic Questions. Of course, mine's not the only one there. There are several out there to look at, like the ABC Pagan Challenge and the What's Your Craft Challenge. There are so many out there. I would definitely recommend starting off with that because it gives your audience kind of an idea of what to expect on your channel and like who you are. So it's definitely a great way to start your channel. So number three on my list is Matron and Patron videos, or like guide videos, kind of sharing information about who you work with spiritually, if you have any spiritual guides or spiritual gods and goddesses that you work with. People are really interested to find out like how you met them, how you work with them, your experiences you've had with them, or like any special messages they've given you or like lessons that they teach you. Number four is educational videos. So like Wheel of Year, kind of like teaching people about the Wheel of Year, or like correspondence videos, or you can do what is Wicca or what is a witch, or how to know you're a witch, how to know your pagan, etc. You can also do educational videos on like how to use certain types of things, like how to use this kind of crystal like rose quartz, or tips and tricks on how to use certain herbs. All sorts of things could be really useful. Number five on the list is favorite witchy tools, and kind of sharing your like favorite kind of tools you like to work with. This can be like a top 5 favorite witchy tools, or like top 10, you know, kind of lists like that really help. It kind of helps people to get to know what you like to work with, and then if they relate with you, they'll be interested in watching more of your videos. Number six, altar videos. Any kind of altar video showing off your altar, cleaning your altar, doing all sorts of things like that. Creating your altar, so you can like explain what's on your altar, why it's there, all those sorts of things. The next one is witchy get ready with me's, or fashion, or like lookbooks and things like that. So showing off how like you're influenced by the witchy aesthetic, I guess. I love watching videos like this because I can really get ideas on what kind of clothes that I want to wear. And also be inspired by witches who show off their fashion and like how they connect their magic to their like actual clothes or their makeup. The next one you can make a video on is reaction videos. So you can do reactions to like articles, to videos of people talking about witches, especially ones that are a little bit more, I guess, feisty, or maybe don't necessarily know what they're talking about. So like the I became a witch for a week sort of things. People find those types of topics really interesting to hear an actual witch's perspective on. So if you want to add your perspective on those kinds of videos or articles, it might be interesting. The next one you can do is book reviews. So most of us witches like research and study. If you've got books on your shelf, I'm sure there's at least one of them that you really loved, that you would like to kind of share why you loved it, why it's an interesting book, and why someone should pick it up. Another topic you can do videos on is spells or rituals. So if you want to share a ritual that you've done, or maybe even like dedication, how you were dedicated into your path or to a deity or something. certain kinds of spells you use for, let's say, confidence or love spells or whatever. People definitely are looking up ideas for spells and rituals to do on their own to connect to their own daily lives. So it's always nice to see somebody else's perspective on that and how they do things. The next video topic you could do is talking about your own shadow work or sort of vulnerability work that you've done. Kind of digging in deep. This one's a little bit more difficult because it's really looking at your own faults or things that upset you or hurt you or feel painful and sharing that on your channel. It kind of adds to the rawness of the witch and being exposed in a sense. So it might be difficult for some of you out there, but if you're interested in sharing those parts of yourself, I'd say it's worth the shot to take. The next videos you can do is, if you've been a witch for a while, you can give advice to newer witches or pagans and kind of your tips and tricks, or like if they're just getting into it, you can share like what you went through to kind of help that person. I've seen a lot of those videos out. So if that's something you want to do and you want to share information with newer baby witches, I would say definitely do it. The next topic of videos you can do is my collection. So like my collection of crystals, my collection of tarot or oracle cards, my collection of books, my collection of candles, my collection of, I don't know, freaking flower petals or something. Whatever is witchy and kind of vibes with you, you can definitely share that with everyone. People like to see what you have in your collection and what you have to share to kind of show off. I always think it's really interesting to see what people collect because you can kind of get an idea of what they're interested in. The next one I've done quite a bit on my channel is tarot and oracle reviews because I love tarot and oracle cards. So whenever I get new decks, I usually will do a review of them on my channel, and it just kind of gives people the idea of what they're getting into before they buy whatever deck, like to see if they would like it. So that's why I do mine. The next video topic, you've probably seen it a lot, I know I've seen it a lot, is how to know if you're blank type of witch, or top blank ways to know that you're a witch or this type of witch, whatever. So whatever kind of practice, if you've been doing it for a while and you feel fairly confident that you know the meaning behind that, you can definitely sort of add this to a video. So for instance, with me, I've been getting into fairy witchcraft for probably the past 1 or 2 years, trying to really learn about it. So finally I posted a video on some ideas for how to know if you're a fairy witch. So if you're kind of doing something similar like that, let's say maybe you're a hedge witch or like a, I don't know, a Norse witch or something like that, you could definitely put down your key notes and share that with someone else to help them along their path to see if maybe they're a witch that's similar like you. It helps to personalize it because that helps people to feel it's okay to personalize their own craft and practice for themselves as well. So the more you add about yourself within that, the more I think people will be able to connect and feel okay to create for themselves as well. The next one is witchy hauls. So you can do like Dollar Tree hauls, people are usually interested in, or like crystal hauls, metaphysical shop hauls, even witchy like clothing hauls or makeup hauls, whatever. However you can kind of incorporate that into your craft or your magic, or feeling magical even, is super interesting to have on your channel. So if you are interested in things like that, I would definitely add that on your channel. One that's been really big recently that I've seen a lot of is witchy room videos, like showing off your witchy room, or witchy decor videos showing like different kinds of witchy decor that you've done. I'm in the process of still fixing the rest of my witchy room, so whenever I have all of that together, I'll share like the before and after kind of, or the in-between behind the scenes for all of that. But if you have an area that you can show like a witchy room or some sort of witchy decor that you want to show or share with people, that has been definitely blowing up lately that I've seen. Along with that, the next one is witchy DIYs. Those are also kind of similar to the decor ones, but like, for instance, I've made candles and things like that, like show you how to do DIYs for that. I've made my own oracle cards, anything that you have an idea of that kind of you can incorporate into witchcraft or into paganism sort of videos, I would go ahead and do that. The next one is kind of interesting, and I want to do this on my phone at some point, but I don't really know if I have enough to share, would be my witchy apps. So like the apps that you have on your phone that are witchy related. I have personally been interested in watching videos like this because it shows me new apps to look up that are witchy related or pagan related. And I don't know, like it's just a lot of fun to see what people have on their phone. Next up is kind of sharing witchy journaling, or like the kind of depthier videos, like just kind of journaling, working through things, working through the month and stuff like that. I just recorded a video for my January sort of notes, going over what I wrote down and sort of the goals I had set in place. Or if you just have like witchy journaling prompts and things, I've seen Anya Esma do a lot of videos like this that definitely help you to kind of work through some things or learn through things about yourself, see what you like or don't like. Those are definitely cool to check out. Next one is any sort of witchy cleaning. So if you're like, I don't know, cleaning out your witchy room or your witchy supplies, cleaning off your altar, cleansing a certain area or space, any sort of clean with me video could be really helpful. And it's interesting to see, it's nice to see somebody decluttering because that makes the other person who's watching really want to declutter their own space as well, and feel more like you're actually doing something productive, I guess. It helps you feel productive. Another one I've seen a lot is witchy subscription boxes. Those are pretty interesting. I haven't done one on my channel just because I haven't really done any of those boxes. But if you have some extra money and want to try some of those boxes out, the unboxing videos can be interesting sometimes to see what people get. The next one I suggest is like witchy self-care videos or like witchy routine videos, like skincare or something, or you do a little bit of magic within that, so like glamour magic within all of that. Or like in the morning if you're getting a cup of tea every day and you do like a little magic spell over your tea every day, something like that. Videos like that really intrigue me. Learning how to connect magic into sort of my daily life or my mundane life is definitely things that I'm interested in. Or like even daily practice stuff as well. So if you do like a daily card draw, that could be cool too. The next one I would suggest would be doing vlogs or like nature walks or like showing off a very pretty area near you. So like if you have a park or something, or I have caverns near me, so if you go to like a cavern and check that out, anything really, anything nature-esque, anything that's beautiful around you that you want to share, is very nice to watch and kind of be able to get an idea of what that person, what the YouTuber sees in their day-to-day or sees what's near them, like that kind of plant life. So the last one I'm gonna suggest is very simple, but it's kind of like witchy talk or witchy catch-up videos, kind of sharing your own experiences on what's been going on in your life, how you've been feeling magically, if you're feeling burnt out. All those sort of things I think are really interesting and kind of help me to not feel so alone when I'm feeling burnt out. Or you also kind of get the vibe for the energy that's going around with everyone else, and like you can kind of relate it to yourself if you're feeling the same or if you're on a completely different page from them. I don't know, they're just really interesting to kind of listen and catch up with that YouTuber on to see what's going on in their life. So that is my 25 witchy video ideas. I hope you guys are intrigued by them. Go ahead and share any ideas you have down below. If you have any extra ideas that you'd like to see other witches do in your community. Yeah, let me know what you think. I love you guys so much and I hope these tips helped. Much love. Goodbye.